All right, so a lot of times I get questions about what CPU and system I'm using. So this will be a video to describe the system that I'm using. It's a home built system. I've got a air case, 4, 5, 6 fans on it. I have a dual radiator or a dual 140 millimeter fan radiator, about yay big, in there, cooling the CPU, and two NVIDIA EVGA GTX 780 Ti's in SLI, running PCIe 3 16 on both channels with a X99 motherboard. It's the X99 Deluxe Asus Tech, and it is configured with 32 gigs of DDR4 RAM, set at should be 1600 here. Looks like it's at 1066 right now. So it's running JEDEC number 9, not the advanced. I was having some memory problems, so I backed it down just a bit, or at least what I think is memory problems. And let's see here. A CPU is a 5930 Core i7. You're looking at an overclock of just about 45. A little bit of bus speed mismeasurement here. It should be 100. You can see here 44 when it maxes out. So we'll go ahead and do a little render test, and we'll do it in a small screen here, which will force the CPU up to its maximum speed. You can see right there, times 44 multiplier, and then this should be 100, but must be bouncing back and forth for some reason. Let's see here. What else do we have? Oh, well, we've got our microphone here, a Blue Yeti that's actually black, and a Heal EL2T mic boom. I've been going through a couple of different options for the mic. Start out first with a boom like this with a really rinky-dink, lightweight arm, which just didn't work. Good. So switched over to a floor stand, and that was okay. I just couldn't quite get it floating where I wanted it to be. And then went with this option here, a lot more expensive, but it does the trick. Let's see, what else? Oh, we've got the steering wheel. That is a Fanatec V2. And the rims I have is the Formula, BMW, and Porsche rims. Just depending on what I'm doing, I'll usually run the Porsche rim. It's a lighter rim. I like the feel of it better. The BMW rim, which I have on right now, bigger LEDs in front, so that's nice. But the Alcantara wheel just feels like if I sweat my hands, it's going to degrade the wheel, so I worry about that. Probably shouldn't, but it's kind of what it feels like. So I've got two DSD button boxes off the side of the V2. And also a Sim Instruments dash on the V2 as well. An Abuto cockpit with the 3 monitor stand. I have 3 144 hertz screens. These are the V248QEs, I believe. 3D vision ready, but not the NSYNC ready. And then up on the wall, I have a Acer 60 hertz screen that is plugged into the HDMI port of one of the video cards. That is up on the wall and is kind of a monitoring monitor, so I can put up various things like when I'm streaming, I'll watch your guys' chats coming through there. And I do use TrackIR for some of my other gaming, so things like Arma, I definitely use TrackIR, and Elite Dangerous, I haven't set it up yet, but we'll probably be using it there as well. I just haven't turned it on, so I don't even know if it's compatible with that game. Additionally, let's see, various different sound card options. Right now, I'm running my sound just through my Yeti. It's really nice because it has a sound card built in that I can plug in and also monitor what's going on the mic, which is always nice. When you put headphones on, your voice gets muffled and you end up shouting. And with the Blue Yeti, just plug your headphones into it, choose that as the playback device. It'll say playback device and then Blue Yeti microphone, which is a little confusing. So if I go here and select playback devices, you can see right here, speakers, Yeti stereo microphone. And you set that, and now your you have a 3.5 millimeter jack at the top of your Blue Yeti. You plug into that and plug your headphones into that, and you are off and running. So that's really convenient with the Blue Yeti. One of the features that you may not get in another type of microphone. What else? Oh, Sim Experience. I've got that along with 4 transducers. They are an alternate brand. They are not butt kickers. I'm mixed on it. It is kind of cool, but I don't know that I really am super excited about it. I think one of the things that I have right now is I have it metal screwed into the frame of the Abuto, which really solidly mounts these things and doesn't allow them to vibrate. I think one of the things that the butt kicker brings to the table is that extension arm, which actually lets it vibrate and transmit more vibrations through to the chassis, and may give a better experience. So not only is there the mechanical moving of the piston inside of the transducer, the arm also extends it and gives you a moment of inertia, a torque, right? 1 foot, 1 pound is one, gives you that torque, which magnifies what it feels like at the end of it, levering the force that is coming out of the transducer. Let's see. Anything else? The system is built with 2 SSDs. I've got one drive, which is the boot drive. It is a 240 gigabyte drive right here, SSD. I've got a 3 terabyte storage drive, standard spindle. 1 terabyte for my applications that I don't need a ton of speed on, and then my game drive. One is a Samsung, one's an Intel. They're virtually the same kind of speed. And if you're looking for a speed increase and don't have an SSD, highly recommend putting your boot stuff on it. Also recommend when you install Windows, make sure that when you install your applications, you run them to another drive. That way, like I had to a little while ago when I upgraded from an X79 to the X99, I had to do a clean reinstall of Windows. All I had to do was blow out my C drive. All my applications remained on the alternate drive. And what that does is you still have to reinstall the applications, but a lot of times those applications store and save things inside the application directories. And sure enough, you weren't thinking about it, and you realize, oh crap, there was some stuff stored there that I needed. Blow that up when you're doing a system reinstall. Got problems. So that also keeps the by moving all the applications off of the SSD, it keeps a lot of spare room on the SSD, which is good for SSDs, at least my understanding, because the SSDs use algorithms to lengthen the life of the product. Each little cell that an SSD has, so the little cell can only get written so many times, and when that number of write times gets exceeded, that cell can go bad, and then that cell's gone. And by taking and giving yourself a bunch of free space, the SSD is free to move things around in such a fashion that sectors that have been written quite a bit can be moved when they're written again, such that the load goes to another place that is fresher. At least that's my theory. I'm sticking to it. IT by Kevin, right? Let's see, what else? I am using Asus's AI Suite. Seems to work pretty good. 25% overclock just by clicking a little button, and there you can see 100 by 45. Although over here it's going to 44. I'm not sure exactly what that's all about. So that's nice. I've got a fan profiles for each of my fans in the case, and that allows me to kind of control what's going on in the system. Right here you can see temperatures running at 44 Celsius, and the GPUs tend to they do tend to hit their 82 Celsius limit, and that is via the bottom card. The bottom card, I think it is the one that heats up the most. one of the cards is almost 8 degrees Celsius cooler than the other one, and I have taken and switched them, and it's the position in the case that causes the heat discrepancy. If I really felt like it, I'd actually do some fan modifications so that it was blowing the hot air away from the various video cards in such a way that it helped with that situation. But I just haven't really got to that point. Also, on my monitors, I have 2 LED strips that kind of light everything underneath. So when I have my main lights above me off, get a nice blue light going on with everything. That is the setup. So I'm going to grab my camera here, and it's going to get all wobbly, but you'll be able to see kind of what I see, or not, what I see when I'm racing and streaming for you guys. So let's see if I can do this out. Here we go. Hi, Internet. All right. So put this right here. Doesn't quite mirror what I see, I don't think. There we go. So right here you've got the control panels. There's the first DSD, and you've got the wheel, and then you've got the other control panel. Got them all labeled. I'll go ahead and hold that there for you guys so you can see that. And here is, pardon the camera jumping. Here is the other one. See all the labels there. Wheel here, and the sim instruments, which is nice. It just adds another layer of LEDs that you can see when you're shifting, and ignore and then smack your head realizing that, man, I've got tons of LEDs that are telling me to shift, and I just hit the rev limiter. Yep, I do that. Let's see what else. There's our monitor right there, and the monitor up there. Okay, and I've got my little inspirational signs there for for racing and life, perhaps. And that monitor up there is set to a lower resolution just because it's far away, and I need some help seeing it. And right there is the case, my other camera for the footbox, and there's the case right there. And oh, my lovely rat's nest cable management. One of these days I gotta tear everything apart and clean it up. Another thing, I've got the Corsair gaming keyboard right here, and let's go ahead and reset the. You can change different profiles on this. And let's see here. Go. Default. Anyway, you get the point. It's supposed to do all sorts of rainbowy things. Kind of cool. And quit that and look at some other stuff. The pedals, CST pedals. Right down here, you can see those. The pedals are mounted to the. See there. Light a little. That is a yoga mat that's been cut length, and then the second yoga mat is right here, or the leftover piece is right here to provide a little cushioning. Toes, and here my elegant storage system for the shifter and the Cougar. So yeah, there's some cleanup that I need to do here. And there, my Stormtrooper helmet saying. No, that is a tour of racing office. iRacing. So there you go. Quick tour of the cockpit and everything that I use for racing. Hope you enjoyed it. And if you have any questions, post comments below. If you liked it, please do like. I am trying to grow a base. And if you really enjoy the videos, go ahead and subscribe. Would love to have you enjoy some of the other programming that I'm going to try to do. Thank you very much, and have a great night.